So today, I thought I would talk about an interesting topic because it's one that I'm looking at very deeply. How do you free yourself from self-judgment? Realizing that self-judgment takes you completely out of any ability to self-love, to self-accept. So realize that self-judgment is the result of our critical inner voice that constantly is evaluating our actions, appearance, and worth. We often find ourselves trapped in a cycle of self-criticism as we compare ourselves to others and unrealistic expectations that we or others have set, and in doing so, we feel inadequate. If you knew that you were created out of the infinite, by the infinite, and that your mind and its mind were the same mind, would you judge yourself? Or would you believe that you were created perfect? And when I talk about perfect, I'm talking about you were created unique. No two people on the planet, in the cosmos, are the same. No two blades of grass are the same. No two grains of sand are the same. Everything is unique. So when we have that inner critic talking to us that's judging our actions, our appearance and worth, it's judging against something outside of ourself. Ergo, it's an unrealistic expectation or judgment we're making about who we are. We need to let that go. We need to just let that go. Our tendency to judge ourselves stems from external influences such as societal standards, cultural expectations, and past experiences. We internalize these messages, creating unrealistic ideals of perfection that we constantly strive to meet. I don't know about you, but on the things that are important to me, I strive for perfection. I had an instance a week and a half ago. I do a guided meditation every morning at 7 a.m. for people that join me on Zoom. And I'm very proud that we do that every day. And my perfectionism says I'm going to do that. And I'm on vacation. I'm in Disney World. And then my son says, well, we're going to start our days and we're going to leave the hotel at 8 a.m. Well, that's 7 a.m. my time in Dallas. And that's when I do meditation. And I felt stress coming over me and I was judging myself. I'm going to be a failure. I'm not living up to my thing. And then I just made a decision. I called up a person who handles our website, our calendar, and I said, put on the calendar that there will be no meditations from Tuesday through Friday because Rev Lee's on vacation. I pivoted. And immediately I had a sense of relief come over me. I made a decision on what was most important to me. And I implemented it. What was really amazing is my son Robert and my son Matthew noticed it immediately. They said, the second you made a decision, your complete energy shifted. Why? Because I wasn't going to judge myself. When we judge ourselves, our energy is not pure, and people can tell. You see, it's our own fears, insecurities, and past traumas that fuel our continued self-abuse, leading us to believe that we're not worthy of love and acceptance. Let me tell you really, really clearly to your face, you are worthy of love. You are worthy of being accepted. You are worthy just because you exist. The universe does not make a mistake. You are not a mistake. You were created deliberately and you are a gift. So what is the impact that self-judgment can have on us. Number one, it robs us of our joy. Anytime you're judging yourself, you're putting yourself down. So all joy instantaneously will disappear. It also stifles creativity. Because if you're self-judging yourself, you're constantly in critic mode. Are you going to be creative, or are you going to hide your creativity because you're going to feel that you're not good enough, it's not well enough? Who's going to want it? Third, it destroys our self-confidence. Because if you're judging yourself, are you confident? You're judging yourself. For God's sakes, no, you're not confident. Confident comes when you accept, I'm doing my very best in this moment. Fourth, it prevents us from living authentically and pursuing our dreams. When we judge ourselves, we try to put ourselves in the mold of someone else. When we do that, we're saying we can't be authentic, we can't be ourselves. We've got to be put on a different mask, a different persona, and be something completely different. And when we put on a mask or persona, we're not going to be living our dreams. We're going to be living someone else's dreams, or dreams that don't mean anything to us. Why would we do that? And probably one of the biggest impacts of self-judgment is it creates stress, depression, and anxiety. It destroys our sense of well-being. I don't know about you, but as I look at the world right now, there are more people suffering from depression, which is living in the past, or anxiety, which is about trying to live in the future based on the past. The idea is, if you weren't judging yourself, the past would not be a big thing. If you weren't judging the future, it's not a big thing. You're living in the now. In the now, everything is perfect. So in light of this, how do we cultivate self-compassion? First, we learn to speak kindly of ourselves and recognize that we are unique, and we stop trying to be perfect. Instead, we do our best. See the difference? In any moment, your best will be different. So in the moment that you're doing something, do your very best. I can tell you right now that I have a throat thing going on. And I know that my voice has changed, and there's nothing I can do about it. But in this moment, I'm doing my best. I'm being compassionate with myself, knowing that at this time, this is the best I can give. Second, we realize that the experience of struggle is a part of the process that everyone goes through as we are continually evolving. It's what we would say is a part of our shared humanity. So if you understand that, you can be empathetic toward yourself. You can be compassionate with yourself because you realize struggle is a part of life. People who do not believe struggle is not real, it's not a part of your life, they're absolutely miserable because it's unrealistic. Struggle is there because you're constantly dealing with the unknown. When you're dealing with the unknown, you don't know the answer. You've got to try new things. And when you're trying new things, guess what? You're going to make mistakes, and you learn and you try something new. No big deal. When we cultivate self-compassion, we learn to be mindful. Rather than getting swept away by negative self-talk, we learn to observe our thoughts with curiosity and compassion, allowing them to come and go like clouds in the sky. Mindful means aware that you are not your thoughts, that you are not your body, but you observe that you're having them, and you know that there are things in your life that have caused them, and you know that you can change the cause. Ergo, you can change your self-talk. I would say this to you right now. Never speak ill about yourself, not even in jest. You're the most important person in your life. Speak highly about who you are. Hold that image of you as the best you that ever lived. So what strategies can we use to cultivate self-compassion? First is self-care. Take time every day to nurture your physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. I have habits and things on my calendar every day. I do Wim Hof breathing. I meditate. I go to the gym. I walk the dog. I spend quality time talking to my wife and people in my life. I am doing self-care. I get a massage once a month. I take supplements to help me. I do spiritual reading every day to enhance my ability to see life differently. Another tool that we can use is to challenge your negative self-talk. That's right, when you catch yourself, by being mindful, when you catch yourself talking that, say, why am I talking that way? Where did I learn that? Was that my mother putting me down? What the hell does she know? My father, what the hell did he know? He doesn't know me. He thinks he does, she thinks she does, but they don't know me. My partner doesn't know me. There's only one person in the world that knows you. And they don't know you fully, and that's you. Because you've been hiding your true self for so long. It's time to challenge that negative self-talk and discover the real you. The next thing is to live in gratitude and focus on your successes. I don't care who you are, you have a lot to be grateful for. Number one, you're alive. Number two, you're listening to me. That means you've got the ability to listen, and when you've got the ability to listen, you've got the ability to learn new things. And then at the end of the day, they talk about doing a gratitude exercise before bed. I like to look at it and say, what did you succeed at today? What did you try and how did you succeed? And when you start building on those successes, every day, more and more successes, you're going to start to like yourself because you're going to say, I'm a creator. Here's the next one, and I think this is real important. Build a support system of friends who offer guidance and encouragement and help you to see through all the self-lies that you are believing. I believe now more than ever we need community. I think life is about being in balance, being alone with yourself and being with people of like mind who support you and you support them as they grow, expand, and they become more. I don't think we do this alone. That's why I created the Agape Spiritual Center. Number one, to support others, but guess what? It supports me. I want you to remember, your life is not a destination. It's a journey toward greater self-awareness, self-acceptance, and self-love. By embracing self-compassion and empathy and letting go of self-judgment, you can unlock your full potential and live with greater joy, resilience, and authenticity. You will walk as only you can walk, and people will know by your walk that you're a person who likes themselves. There is only one judge in your life, and that is you. And there is only one person that can change you, and it's the same person you see in the mirror every day. Love them, accept them, embrace them, and become more of them. When you do that, all judgment disappears, and you become an example of love in the world today.